to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Out of the end zone. He gets a block. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45, and what good field position after that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Under fire. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today. Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Might be changing the route. He wants to start this drive with a pass.
exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Good timing on the quick out. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Case. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Case. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Swings it out to the flat. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Soft spot in the middle. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Finds the big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, and giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Goes to the option. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
looking to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll go to the air. Quickly complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Starts a drive trying to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Now on the option. nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. On the option. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The kick coverage team was ready and in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take a knee in the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Sends it back in motion. Making side adjustments here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
To the ground with the back. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Clemson, 14.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Gets the back moving. Going to sling it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clemson jumps to the line. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Sails one into the middle. Makes the grab inside the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Clemson! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll line up to go for 2. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession, but no gain on the play. They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the third. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football. Almost had the big play.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He wants to throw it again. Punch it out of the air. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they